They say the lion is the king of the jungle. But if you really think about it, why? Why the lion? Why not the elephant? After all, the elephant is larger, far heavier, incredibly powerful. One stomp from an elephant could end a lion instantly. And if we talk about speed, the lion isn't winning any races either. The cheetah holds the crown there, blazing across the savannah with unmatched velocity. Even intelligence, other animals outsmart, outplan, and outthink the lion every single day. So why, despite all these obvious disadvantages, is the lion considered the king? It's not strength, it's not speed, it's not brains, it's one thing: mentality. When a lion steps into the jungle, he doesn't see threats, he sees opportunities. When he locks eyes with an elephant, he doesn't measure size or weight. He doesn't calculate the odds or second-guess his strength. He simply sees food. The elephant, despite all his physical advantages, looks at the lion and thinks, danger. He thinks, run. Two powerful creatures in the same moment, in the same place, but their mindsets are worlds apart. And that difference, that invisible force, decides who leads and who follows, who hunts and who runs, who wears the crown and who bows their head. Mentality shapes destiny. It doesn't matter what natural gifts you have. It doesn't matter what you were born with. It's how you think that determines how you live. When a lion walks alone into a territory crawling with hyenas, outnumbered, surrounded, in real danger, he doesn't flinch. He doesn't show fear. He stands tall, chest out, head high. Why? Because his mentality screams, I am king. He knows the jungle belongs to him. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't need approval. His confidence commands respect. His belief bends the environment around him. And now the real question. What about you? How do you move through your jungle? Do you need someone chasing you to get moving? Do you need someone rewarding you to stay motivated? Do you need someone clapping for you, validating you, pushing you forward every step of the way? Because that's how a gazelle lives. A gazelle runs hard, but only when chased. A gazelle gives everything, but only when terrified. A gazelle's survival depends entirely on external forces. But what happens when there's no chase? What happens when the pressure's gone? When the reward isn't instant? When the crowd gets quiet? The gazelle stops running. It slows down. It rests. It settles for average. But the lion? The lion keeps moving. The lion stays hungry. The lion hunts not because it's being chased, but because it's who he is. It's in his blood. It's his nature. A lion doesn't need motivation. A lion is motivation. Real lions don't wake up asking, who's going to push me today? They wake up driven by their own fire. They move with purpose, even when no one's watching. They show up on the cold days, the hard days, the lonely days, because that's what kings do. They don't just crave the prize, they crave the process. See, the truth is, most people only fall in love with success. They're obsessed with the idea of winning. They dream about the spotlight, the celebration, the applause. But they hate the process. They hate the grind. They despise the lonely work when nobody's watching, when it's just you, your goal, and the empty road ahead. They're in love with the dream, but they're allergic to the reality. Real lions? They love the hunt. They love the struggle. They love the chase, the sweat, the pain, the uncertainty. They feed off it. Because every step of the hunt, every drop of effort, every second of grinding in silence is what sharpens their claws, what strengthens their spirit, what prepares them for greatness. The hunt is the reward. If you move like a gazelle, you'll quit at the first sign of difficulty. You'll slow down when the applause fades. You'll give up when nobody's chasing you anymore. But if you move like a lion, if you live with a hunter's mentality, you grind until the mission is complete. You work until the gazelle is caught. You don't stop because you're tired. You stop because it's done. And even then, you go after the next one, because the hunt never ends. Champions don't watch the clock. Champions don't punch a time card on their dreams. Champions don't ask for breaks. They grind because they know, if they stop hunting, they stop living. And here's the harsh truth. If you don't do what you said you were going to do, if you don't become what you said you were going to become, if you don't chase it like your life depends on it, you're not a lion, you're a gazelle. Gazelles get eaten. Gazelles live in fear. Gazelles survive day to day, always looking over their shoulder. But lions, Lions rule. Lions dominate. Lions carve out their place in the world with tooth and claw and relentless drive. You say you're a student grinding for your degree? You better be in lion mode. You say you're an entrepreneur building your dream? Lion mode. You're trying to transform your body, change your life, rewrite your story? Lion mode. You can't be halfway committed and expect full results. You can't chase dreams in fear mode, excuse mode, maybe later mode. Nothing legendary happens in comfort. Nothing historic happens in easy mode. Nothing unforgettable happens when you're playing scared. Everything you want is waiting for you in lion mode. The jungle doesn't hand out crowns. It makes you earn them. Through battle, through scars, through the relentless pursuit that says, I will not be denied. So ask yourself right now in this moment, are you ready to hunt? Are you ready to wear the crown? Or will you spend your life running? Lion or gazelle? Choose wisely, because your jungle is waiting, and only kings survive. If this lit a fire inside you, if it woke up something deep within you, don't keep it to yourself. Smash that like button right now to show you're stepping into lion mode. Hit that subscribe button and join a pride of lions. People who aren't just dreaming, but chasing greatness every single day. And don't stop there. Share this message with someone who needs it, someone who's still stuck in gazelle mode, someone who needs to hear that it's time to hunt. Because real lions move together. Real lions build each other up. And we're not just here to survive, we're here to dominate. Stay hungry, stay fearless, and I'll see you at the top.